Welcome back, everyone. Well, anybody who watches this program knows that every once in a while I have a backstory on something, and this is a prime example of that. I think it was probably 10 years ago, maybe, right, Marty?
At least, yeah.
It's close to that. I was driving around, and I saw this truck that said Thermal Associates on it, and it was geothermal heating and cooling. And that sort of fascinated me, so believe it or not, it was some fundraiser or something like that we were at, and I saw the logo on Marty's shirt, and I went up and we introduced myself to him, and that started kind of a long relationship. We've shot videos with Thermal Associates and whatever. The key here is that geothermal heating is an amazing science and a really credible alternative to fossil fuels. So, Marty, welcome. It's great to have you here.
Thanks for having me.
It's great to have you. Boy, with that lead in,
Woo-hoo.
right? Let's start a bit by just talking about what geothermal heating and cooling is.
Well, it's making use of solar energy trapped in the earth.
Right.
We're going to bring that energy into the house and heat a house with it. And we can cool the house by just reversing the flow of energy. It's the most efficient heating and cooling system on the planet. There's nothing better.
Yeah, that's amazing to me. You know, he passed by the word solar. When I've talked about it to people, they'll say, well, you know, why I'm going to do solar energy. This is solar energy because the Earth is solar, right? It's trapping all the solar
World's
energy.
best solar collector is Mother Earth.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
That's amazing to me. Now, how does the system work?
Well, it works a lot like your refrigerator.
Oh.
You take a little water, you put it in an ice cube tray, you stick it in the freezer. Okay. The heat energy leaves the water, and you're left with ice. All right. But the dang thing blows hot air at your feet.
At your feet. Yeah, I always wondered what that was. Yeah.
Okay. So that's the energy from the ice plus the energy of the compressor coming into the room. So we do with geothermal. It's the same thing. Your ice cube tray, if you will, is the backyard.
Got it.
Okay. So the mass of the backyard, making ice out there, we're bringing all that heat energy into the house, and we're distributing it through the house either with conventional ductwork, with in-floor heating systems, with fan coil systems spread around the house. There's a variety of ways to fit the different applications of different houses. No two houses are built the same.
Boy, it's not at all. You know, I made mention earlier that we had done some videos, and we were on site for some of the digging and for some of the installation of the equipment. It's a fascinating process. Now, he's talking about putting some piping into the yard. There's two ways to do that, right, Marty?
Yes, sir.
Explain that.
Well, there's horizontal and vertical pipe arrangements, and each has its pluses and application. If you've got a big empty wheat field in your side yard, you know, horizontal is the way to go because digging is less expensive than drilling.
Yes, right, got it.
But if you have a small yard, like my house, I have a 50 by 120 yard, I don't have enough room. So we drilled at my house, okay? If you have expensive landscaping around the house,
oh, yeah, right,
okay,
sure.
It might make more sense to drill. So each application has to be looked at independently, and you know there isn't a cookie cutter thing here. We want to put the right application in your house to make it work correctly.
Got it. Now, you're probably going to correct me on this, but for some reason, one of my science classes is coming back to me, and it was something about 50 feet down is about 50 degrees.
Yes.
So,
have you ever been to Howe Caverns?
yes,
Okay.
exactly.
When you get off the elevator at the bottom of the Howe
Yes,
Caverns, the
right.
first thing they point out is a thermometer that's been at 52 since they hung it on the wall 25 years ago or whatever it was.
That's right.
Okay. So the ground temperature in the rock is pretty stable. Okay, when you get down to it. Surface temperature, ground temperature, you know, we get freezing down 3, 4, 5 feet. But that's not an issue for geo because our refrigerant boils at negative 77. So I'm getting long-winded here.
Yeah.
Call me.
I told what he's referring to is that I told him beforehand, you know, he's a scientist. So he knows that he's going to start on this BTU stuff. And I thought, Marty, I'm not going to be able to keep up. So, yeah, you will call him about this. To put it in layman's terms, so that the water that's moving through the pipes
Yes.
is then coming back into the house near freezing, right?
Yes.
Okay, and then the equipment inside the house will either modify, use that energy to heat or to cool.
We extract the energy
Yes.
from there, and we send the water back out again colder than the ground. So it's a recirculating,
constant recirculating system. Okay. You know, honestly, this is incredibly cost efficient on top. And give me 3 benefits for doing this.
Lower operating costs every
Okay.
month to month. In fact, the operating cost will fund the whole job and put money in your pocket every month.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay, that's a good one to start with.
It's enormously green.
Yes.
Okay, it's the lowest carbon footprint by up to 75% less than electric heat, for example. Okay, and much lower than fossil fuels.
Yeah, I bet.
Okay.
I bet. More efficient too, I imagine.
Well, yeah, the efficiency is 500%.
Yeah. Wow.
Okay.
And I remember when we were working together before that there was tax credits involved. Is that still in place?
There's a 30% federal tax credit that
Wow.
sunsets December 31st this
Of
year.
this year?
This year.
Will they renew it, or they don't know yet?
We don't know yet.
Yeah, okay.
We're hoping that they will, but I think there is going to be a time period of pain where it won't be.
Yeah, got it. I want to cycle back on those quickly. Lower operating costs, we're all looking for that. Particularly, it's my generation probably, but we're always looking at this net zero or a carbon footprint or something like that. It's so much lower. You're not using fossil fuels. And if you can get involved in this and save 30%, you're probably making money from day one on something like this, right?
Day one.
Got it. Wow.
Plus cash first month.
Plus cash first month. I get that. Even I get that. Looking down the road on something like this, what do you see?
I see increases in technology. I see integrating the geo into more systems in the home.
Yes.
So we can take energy, like in the summertime, we have air conditioning, we have all this energy that we're rejecting to the ground. Wouldn't it be nice if we could use that somehow? That's
right. Okay. Well, you know what? This is a fascinating topic. And Marty DeVit is the owner. He got involved in this company in 1980-something, right? I remember you telling me that?
Yeah.
1983. Ahead of the curve or what? But call Thermal Associates. I know it sounds like a plug, but think about the contribution that this makes to our community and to our environment, then it's a no-brainer. So, Marty, thank you very much for coming in.
Well, thanks for asking.
The name of the company is Thermal Associates in Glens Falls, right?
Yes.
You got it. Great to see you as always.
Thank you.
To see this interview again, you can head to our website, looktvonline.com.